12. What is an equation of the graph shown? This is pretty similar to our sort of line of best fit that happened a couple problems ago. They're just asking you to identify the slope and the y-intercept of this line, or a good approximate, and see which of these matches it. This one's a little more precise, and the trick on this one where they're trying to mess with you is that it's not like my little graph here that's in the background where it's these perfect squares. They're drawing the squares as rectangles. You see over here in that graph? They're rectangles. So don't look at the shape of these. Look at the numbers. The numbers are telling the story. That's a little mean. It is. Okay, so I have 4 options here, and they are put all in y equals mx plus b format. So these numbers in front of the x, the m's, those are the slopes, and there, those b's are the y-intercepts. Now you notice they're all the same, -8. Okay, so you're like, oh, okay, I'm not being tested on finding the y-intercept because they've pinpointed it. They've shown it to us already that it's -8. So all I have to do is look at the slopes, and I have 4 different slopes here. My A slope is -2, my B slope is 1, my C slope is -1, and my Y slope is 2. Well, first off, we can get rid of 2 of them by just saying whether this is positive or negative. And as I mentioned in the previous one, my little mnemonic for it is, I think of, because English is my mother tongue, so I read left to right. And I think reading left to right, that's how my eye travels. So if I'm starting over here and I'm around somebody that's positive, they're like, yay, they make me feel better. And like, yay, I start feeling better and things are going good. I'm moving up. And if someone's negative, I'm like, I start feeling down because they're so negative. And that's how my mood goes when I'm around positive or negative people. That's how I remember it. That's my mental trick. Use whatever works best for you. But the positive slopes are always going to be going up as they go left to right. Negative slopes always going down as they go left to right. And frankly, you don't have to do this. You don't have to eliminate some first. You can go straight to the graph and just figure out the slope and then look for it. Up to you. I'm just providing options. So looking at this slope, it is going down as we go left to right. So it is negative. So I know already that B and D are out, and I am just down to A and C. That is the kind of thing that's helpful. Let's say if you forget how to find the slope, but you may remember the positive, negative, you can at least get it down to A and C and then take an educated guess. But let's look at some points here and see what is happening. And I have, Bling never likes when I do dots. Microsoft Whiteboard's always like, a dot? Did you draw a dot on me? Oh, how could you? All right, so it starts here. Let's see, this point is -8, 0, and it's rise over run. And we can do this as an equation, or we can just kind of count it out. So there's also a point there. So it goes to the right, 2. It's going towards that positive. So my run is a +2, and it's going down from 0 to -2. So that that rise is a -2. It's -2 over 2. That's going to be a -1. My slope is -1. You can also just put those points in instead of counting it on the graph. Change in y over change in x. So it went from -8, 0 to -6, -2. So change in y would be 0 minus a -2. And you can start with either one. Just when you're doing this, make sure you start with the same pair and then go to the other pair. So I'm starting with this top pair and then, subtracting the bottom pair. So 0 minus a -2 on the top, and then -8 minus a -6 on the bottom. Give myself some room. 0 minus a -2 or plus a positive would be 2 on top, and -8 minus a negative or plus a positive, -2 on the bottom. Again, I get the same thing, -1. So C with that slope of -1 is my answer. Again, it's weird the way they've drawn the graph because they've drawn it flat to kind of trip you up, but they didn't do it very well. Because it doesn't make it look like it's a slope of -2. It makes it look like it's a slope of -1/2. -2 would be much more sharp, and that would be like if these boxes were rectangles like this. So I don't know what they were thinking, honestly. Like they were trying we've laid a trap for you, but it's a really bad trap. because if you just looked at the graph and were trying to judge it based on the looks, it would be -1/2, which isn't an option anywhere. There's no fractional exponents. Slopes. No fractional slopes. I don't know. I don't always understand what the College Board does. I'm just trying to help y'all beat them. Hey guys, just a quick heads up. I've got some cool stuff coming for y'all, including a free course full of SAT tips and tricks, as well as an exhaustively complete course on everything you need to know for the SAT, both math and reading. So subscribe to the channel to get notified when that goes live. I'm also going to put it in the comments and description below as soon as it does. In the meantime, if this video was helpful or useful in any way, please let YouTube know. Comment, like, share, subscribe. You know the drill. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hope you have a great day. See you later. Bye.